Hello and welcome to Critical Strike 135. I'm Josh and here with me is Kyle.
Hi.
And Bill.
Boobo's under your desk.
No, she left. She crammed herself under there, and then she was like, all right, I've had enough of this. And then she went to go lay down on the couch with Nance.
Yeah.
You guys remember when we were all like, we're so gonna do this on a regular schedule again?
Yeah, and then you're like,
It's football, guys. I get to grill steaks and have friends come over and sit there and watch men touch each other.
Yeah, it's a good time. Although today was the last Saturday, so Friday's the last game. It's over with, Josh.
thank fucking God. Like, you know what? I did the show watching hockey. I never skipped a beat.
Yeah, but
No,
you don't
you just
have
got
hockey
really
parties.
quiet.
It's very different.
I got really quiet, Kyle.
Yeah.
Like just now.
No, like you got really quiet when you watched hockey. You watched
Everyone
hockey,
can
didn't
tell you're on
contribute.
mute watching hockey, you son of a bitch.
I was still here. I was still here for you. All right.
I can do the podcast with the mic out in the garage, and you can listen to some of this stuff.
Oh my God, guys! Did you see how his butt is so tight in those shorts? Look at that
Bill,
referee.
these
He
wings
has
are
great
so.
glutes.
Bill, these wings are tight. These are tight wings, Bill.
That does get said, yes. But, although there's a difference now because my buddy Lee has taken up the charge to make the classic style buffalo wings. So I do my with the vinegar and the seasoning, but he does like proper ones and boils down the butter in hot sauce. It's delicious.
Wait,
Josh,
what?
don't even fucking start. Josh doesn't like chicken wings amongst all these other great foods because what was it? There's too much work for too little meat? Was it?
There's too much bone. Like, it's not worth it. You're paying for bone.
Honestly, Kyle, I think it's just he gets depressed when he sees how small they look in his hands.
Like chicken fingers.
These are too dainty for Josh.
I'm a boneless guy.
No, there are no boneless wings. There's shitty chicken nuggets. That's what they are. They're shitty chicken nuggets drenched in sauce with sogginess. It's disgusting, and if in Trump's America he did anything, would outlaw that term.
Oh my God.
Make chicken wings great again.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
You're a stupid idiot.
Oh.
Do they? Oh no, they know about Stupid Idiot because that's where this all started. It was on
Yeah,
the podcast.
that was the last podcast.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm a boneless guy. I don't really care about wings. I think they're pointless. I think that you're paying for...
You do realize when you say I'm a boneless guy, it means I'm a stupid idiot.
You are literally a lump of flesh.
Yeah.
You have
You
no
are
bones in your
such a
body.
piece of shit.
Well, I know this.
You know what place has the best wings, guys? Sonic.
There's no Sonics around me. I've never been to a
Well,
Sonic.
they have a lot of boneless something, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
My dad made some pretty good wings last time I was up in Connecticut. He
yeah?
double fried them.
Ooh, yeah, the fried ones are the...
So
that's cat's meow.
he fried them, then he lathered them up in his hot sauce, and then he fried them again.
Yep.
Holy shit, were those good!
Yeah, the whole 2 bites that you got before you hit bone.
Josh, you know
Your logic is
wait,
so
Josh,
flawed.
Josh. How do you eat corn on the cob? Do you just like cram the whole thing down your throat? You know, you don't like go all the way in. You just eat the part with the meat on it.
I don't really eat corn on the cob.
Yeah, the non-drumstick one
It's too
is a
phallic.
bite. The whole thing goes in your mouth, and you slide out 2 bones.
Oh my God.
Only a rube picks at it and breaks bones apart and makes a mess. One shot. Learn to do it.
It's so much easier just to get chicken fingers and not have to worry about it.
I love that you're comparing a nice buffalo wing to chicken nuggets.
To process chicken.
I like how like we've come down to like all these weird foodisms. Like Tony and I had the chicken and waffles.
I don't get the appeal.
No. What it is you not liking normal and awesome things and everyone going, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Chicken
There's no
waffles is not
foodisms.
normal.
It's just you not liking stuff.
No.
To be fair, Bill, you are a pizza racist.
Yeah.
That's true. There is no deep dish. That's pizza pie.
I'm the only normal person when it comes to food.
No, you're not. I'm the only
Yes.
normal person when it comes to food.
Josh, you eat your food cold. Just let
Yeah.
that soak in,
No,
audience.
it's not cold. It's room temperature.
Yeah, it's got to be
Room
room
temperature.
temperature.
No
Unless
matter
you
what
in
it is,
his
it has to be
mind
room
thinks it
temperature.
tastes better when all the oils have like coagulated back to a solid mass. He thinks that tastes better.
The only thing that I eat like super hot is steak.
Seaman?
The only thing he eats super hot is ice cream.
Yeah, I actually do like to drink ice cream. I'm not gonna lie.
It isn't. Never mind. I'm just gonna let that one go.
I'll let it melt.
I love that. Like you would walk into Josh's house, he'd be like, "Hey, you want some ice cream?" You're like, "Sure," and he just pours you a cup of cream. There you go. What the fuck is this? It's just cream. I can't drink this. Well, it's ice cream. I'd put a cube in it.
Yeah.
No, like
Here's some salt and sugar. There you go.
have you ever
He
let
just
ice cream?
throws the salt at you with disdain. Oh, sorry, Josh.
Have you ever let ice cream melt and just drank it?
Well, I don't drink it. I let parts of it melt, so I have like a variety of aspects of my ice cream dish.
Well, like I'll forget about it and then I just drink it.
The only time when melted ice cream is acceptable is when you're eating cake soup. What is cake soup, you ask? It is the fattest thing you can eat. You cut up cake into cubes, you throw some ice cream in there, and you mix the fuck out of it, and then it becomes a soup. It's fucking
Isn't it kind of gritty and weird?
No, it's
That's
delicious.
what I don't really like ice cream with my cake in the same bowl because
Ice
it
cream
mixes.
cake is the
and then
best.
You get that gritty weirdness.
Ice
I
cream
like to keep
cake.
them separated.
Ice cream cake.
You eat ice cream cake though,
Oh, I love ice cream cake.
so you eat a puddle of cream with some gross sloppy sludge.
No, I'm not saying I always.
No, he lets it sit in a bowl and then he drinks it.
Not always. It's like if it's summertime and I'm like playing a game and I happen to forget. You know what? Fuck this.
So
No, Josh.
video games.
How do you eat your ice cream cake?
I like how it just dawned on me. Like I'm trying to defend like letting ice cream melt.
You know what the worst part about ice cream cake is? The frosting. Only jerks eat that stuff.
I actually don't eat frosting.
Oh my god. You're probably a person that likes whipped frosting instead of like proper buttermilk, aren't you?
I don't know.
Ugh, I bet you are. You fucking savage.
Oh my god. Chicken and waffles, though. Let's be honest. That's the dumbest thing in the world. What was the other thing that you liked? Pulled pork. And it looks like dog
So
vomit.
you don't like ribs, you don't like buffalo wings, you don't like pulled pork, you don't
So-
like chicken and waffles.
Wait. He doesn't like chicken wings because there's bones in there.
No,
he doesn't
no,
like
no, no,
pulled
no, no,
pork
no.
because there are no bones in there.
No. I don't mind chicken wings, right? But I'm just saying, like, for what you're paying for, you're getting more bone than meat. The
Well, I'll
bone to
tell
meat
you, if-
ratio is not there.
If you're buying it at a restaurant, yes, they're wildly overpriced now. But if you make them at home, it's pretty reasonable and they're delicious.
Just go to fucking Costco. They give you huge ass chicken wings.
Just like ribs. Ribs are the
No,
biggest
I
fucking
buy
sham
the
out there.
fancy, like the chicken's got massages and had vacation chicken. It's worth it, probably.
Vacation chicken?
Yeah, like this shit that's never seen a cage. They've only known the outside. Like you can probably get the names of the chickens if you really want to.
Oh, okay. So hipster chickens.
Yeah. I don't do it for most proteins. It just depends on the dish. Like if I'm gonna make stir fry or something, I don't really care. But if it's the main show, like chicken wings, then I buy the expensive protein.
Oh my god. So, Kyle, how have you been lately? What's up with you?
I've been pretty good. School's starting to wind down, which is
Yep.
nice. Getting ready for my essentially paid month off, which is nice.
No unfortunate events or...
Didn't your car break down or something here recently? Weren't you stuck? Oh no, there was a train strike. That's what it was.
Yeah. Well, SEPTA strike. There was a SEPTA strike, so my bus ride to the subway I could no longer do because any public transit within the city of Philadelphia was no longer running.
Huh.
Yep.
That seems really inconvenient for lots of people.
It was really inconvenient for 900,000 people a day. Because that's how many people ride SEPTA. Within the city limit.
Right. Is
And
it
then
all...
I had to walk a mile to the train station and take the train into the city.
Are they off of strike now?
Yeah. They the strike broke Monday before the election, and then there was full service on Tuesday of the election.
I'm sure they caught some major pressure because they didn't want the news story.
Yep.
Voters can't make it to the polls, that kind of stuff. That's convenient.
Mm-hmm. But I think that was it with me. Nothing.
No neighbor stories?
Nothing. No neighbor stories.
You mean except for the fact of you're going to get a gun?
Yeah.
What spurred that? There must have
don't
been
know.
something.
I don't know. It's just like, because Nancy started talking about it. She's like, I want a gun. And I was like, okay. So she wanted like a handgun. I was like, no. If we're getting a gun, we're getting like a legit gun.
AK-47.
What the fuck does that mean? Handguns are a legitimate weapon.
Right, but I don't know. I just think I prefer a rifle or a shotgun because I
Oh my god.
learned how to shoot a rifle.
Kyle's going to become Tackleberry from Police Academy. Except much more clumsy.
Didn't Tackleberry prefer his ridiculous, huge, like, revolver?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was that? Like a big 44 Magnum? That was before Desert Eagles existed. Tackleberry. Was it, Josh, was it you and I that were sitting on Skype and we realized the Miami one was on Netflix?
Yeah, and then I think I binge watched
Did you
all of
watch
them.
it together?
No, I flipped through parts of it and it was something else.
Yeah.
Put it that way. It was something else. As in really, really fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, they're not
Moscow?
good movies. Come on. They're funny when you're growing up.
List of Police Academy movies.
I think there's like 7 of them or something.
I think the last one was in Russia. Wasn't
There's
it?
8.
Oh my god, there's 8?
There's 8.
Which one's Russia? Is that after Miami?
Because they did Miami, then back in New York City one. I saw that in the theaters.
So it's Police Academy, then Police Academy 2, their first assignment, then Police Academy 3, back in training.
Yeah.
Police Academy 4, Citizens on
Citizens on
Patrol,
Patrol,
featuring Bobcat.
Goldberg.
Goldfield?
Yeah, that guy. Then it was Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach. And then Police Academy 6, City Under Siege.
Yeah.
And then
I remember now.
then Police Academy 7. Actually, no, it's just Police Academy, Mission to Moscow. With Police Academy The Next Generation. Oh, wait. Is that... no.
Pull back, Kyle. You're going down
Wait
the
a
rabbit
minute.
hole.
I only watched the Steve Gutenberg Police Academies.
Police Academy
There's
The Next
something about his
Generation has yet
chest
to be
hair that
filmed.
just makes
They're
me feel comfortable.
redoing the Police Academy movies.
Yeah, I was about to say, in the day and age we live in, I'm surprised we haven't seen a reboot.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an all-female cast because women are funny. Get over it.
Oh my
Apparently
god.
Steve Gutenberg is going to be in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He hasn't been in a movie in like 20 years.
No, he hasn't.
Wow. Who's paying that? I bet it's a bunch of money. Like, I'm
Apparently
going
Three
out
Men and
on
a
short
Baby
circuit.
is getting a sequel.
It had a sequel. Remember the kid with the shotgun in the window?
Wasn't that
Right,
Home
no.
Alone?
What?
No.
Anyway,
Yeah,
What the fuck
pull
is
away.
Steve Gutenberg?
Bill,
got
Pull
to do?
away.
Bill,
Curious now.
what's new with you, you stupid idiot?
Not much, actually. Let's see. Work, scotch, as Kyle would say. And, well, winter is upon us, so yard work's done, and now it's just waking up on Saturdays and having nothing to do for 2 days besides probably playing video games and planks and drinking, that kind of shit.
Did you say planks?
Yeah. A lot of planking, Josh. I'm real into that core stuff, man. That'd probably fix your stomach. Work
No.
out
He
again.
was in Veronica Mars.
How is your guts?
I don't want to get into all that.
Something fell off, didn't it?
Nope.
He's eating that. He's eating his pizza.
No,
He's eating his Hawaiian barbecue.
You have been
buffalo
eating pizza, Josh.
I have not had that in 2 weeks.
You had it like a week ago. Unless you were lying. Are you a liar?
No, Wait, no, I didn't have it last week. I thought about it.
Mm.
Did I have it last week?
I guess
No.
we won't know, will we? I'll just have to take your word for it. A lot of things you say are very suspect.
I'm going to get one right after this. Buffalo Hawaiian chicken.
Josh, think of your asshole.
I always think
Anyway.
of you, Kyle. Anyways, questions and comments. Bill, take it away.
Oh, Jesus, we're leading with that?
Fuck you.
All right. From Angry Pants, stealth games. Reload the save when you make a mistake or embrace the chaos.
I think you're pretty much the only one that plays stealth games.
What do you mean?
Kyle
Kyle's
plays
a-
No, I'm
Dishonored.
fucking
Yeah.
big into those things. I love them.
Yeah, Kyle plays them properly. I, on the other hand,
I don't play them.
I would say Splinter Cell is the only one I will reload saves because I like to make it through. I think their mission design is always tight enough that I do it that way. But like Metal Gear, Dishonored, now everybody's fucking dead. One mistake, it's just I switch guns and it's game on.
And then you have me, who the moment one of those like awareness meters starts going, I quick load. So yeah,
I'm surprised you don't just start the whole game over for the extra amount of realism.
yeah. Well, I mean that's probably what
You thought about it.
I
haven't
went
you?
through
You thought
Dishonored
about
quite
it.
a few times, Bill.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. Splinter Cell, yeah, that's the only one. Everything else I don't care, but for some reason Splinter Cell, it's just like a twitch. I can't finish the mission if I fuck something up. I gotta go back.
Yeah, I can't stand being spotted. I have to reload.
Yeah, I'm really surprised you don't play stealth games, Josh. I mean, as much as you hate dealing with people, it's a game built around not dealing with people.
I don't. Pretty much all stealth games are military-based games. I don't really like military-based games.
If you do them properly,
Mark-
they're not military based.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't like military-based things.
What Mark
Josh,
of the
that's
Ninja?
most games.
Mark of the Ninja, Josh.
No. I did play that,
It's
Bill.
military based, Bill.
I
Because
did
there's
play.
a weapon in it.
I did play Mark of the Ninja. No, but like all the Splinter Cells and Tom Clancy's and fucking cock-ass games, I don't play those.
Huh.
When have you
So
ever
does-
known me to play a Tom Clancy game, Bill? Nope.
That one time when you said that we were all going to play this Tom Clancy game and then no one did.
That was not me.
No, that was us telling David we were all going to get Ghost Recon, then he bought it, and then none of us did.
Yeah,
he
I
still
don't-
brings that shit up.
I don't play terrible games like that.
Oh, you play plenty of terrible games.
Yeah, but I didn't say it like that.
Plenty.
I didn't say it like that. Thanks, Kyle. Next one, Bill.
What's your number 11 game? I.e., the game that is great, but not top 10. And
All
that
right,
is
Bill,
from Saintly Stew.
You go first.
I'm going to go last.
No. You're going first, Kanto.
Mine's going to spark some conversation, Josh. Yours is going to be some nonsense Japanese game that no one cares about. And Kyle's is going to be a nitpicky thing.
My game is Chicken Wing Simulator 92. It's really good.
Return of Too Much Bone.
Yeah,
I bet you that is actually on Steam. Chicken Wing Simulator.
Chicken Wing Simulator.
With the state of the Steam store now and how bad and fucked up the entire thing has become, and to where I don't even like being on there anymore. How Tony finds the fucked up games he sends me? Does he just sit there and like go all games and just scan for like 2 hours to find that shit?
Yeah. I mean,
Has he sent you that weird stuff too?
Let's see.
Like
I've
shower
got
with dad and like
Yep.
poos in the
Yep.
kitchen or something?
Yeah.
no. There's poop. There's poop in my soup. Shower with your dad's simulator, and then what's under my blanket.
Oh, god damn. Maybe he's secretly a game developer. Maybe all the military shit is bullshit. Because it would really fit his personality pretty well if it came out that Tony was making this stuff.
I mean,
I'd
for-
be not surprised at all.
For a guy whose like first words to all of us was crap ass. You know, it's like, hey, I'm Josh, crap ass.
Cut him some slack. He has a long 4 years ahead of him.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
Oh.
So, all right, Kyle, what's your number 11?
You didn't give yours, Josh.
Yeah,
you
you
made some
did.
nonsense up.
you said it was chicken
You're
wing
not
simulator.
skirting by.
All right, mine would be Zelda 2: An Adventure of Link, or The Adventure of Link.
Okay. That's,
So are you
I enjoy
using
that
this
game.
like I'm using it, where it's a game that's could be great, but it's not? Or is this literally your number 11?
I
Like
would-
there's a 12 right behind it?
I would pretty much say this is my 11.
Wow. Interesting.
It's one of my favorite NES games. It's probably my favorite Zelda game.
Huh. And
Yeah.
why is it not great?
I mean, it's great
Because I think
my-
I know a guy that could maybe make it great for you.
It's
He's
my
good at
great
that.
though. It is great because it's in my top 11. That says something, right? Like, it's great. It's just not my top 10 because there's been games that are I consider better. But it's tough too. Like, I'm the type of guy where you can't ask me my top 10 games of all times, to be honest with you, because I'm sure it changes all the time. I believe like Kyle and I at one point on the show did a top 10 or top 5 list of our favorite games.
I think
back
we did
when-
a top 10.
Yeah, back when we did that type of thing. Like, I should actually go back to see if I can find that. Or maybe we should do that at some point, do our top 10s. But it
Is
changes.
that back when Kyle wore the Yu-Gi-Oh arm thing?
I mean, he still does.
I never had a Yu-Gi-Oh arm thing, Bill.
Don't
I was
fucking
super
lie,
jealous. Of
Kyle?
people who did.
Kyle, you just activated his trap card.
Oh, damn it.
Suck it, Kyle.
No, but
He's
I
going to
think
play his Pot of Greed, which allows him to draw 2 cards.
Jesus, see what I've done.
Yeah,
Outlaws,
why?
I'm sorry.
But honestly, like my game of the year, or not my game of the year, but my top 10 list probably changes every day. So it's hard. But that game is definitely up there.
That's a real gamer thing of you to say, Josh.
It's just, as you think about it, right? Like, there's games that I might not think about. Like, Street Fighter 2 is definitely in my top 10, no matter what. Mega Man 3 is definitely in my top 10, no matter what.
Yeah.
No, like what Josh says is right. As games come out, things shift. The top 10 is an evolving list.
Yeah, if I go back to the old episode, which was probably, Kyle, we probably did those, I would say anywhere between number 5 and 30 of Critical Strike. But, like, that's before Dark Souls, that's before Asura's Wrath, that's before all these other games that we've since fallen in love with.
Yeah.
So,
Fair statement.
eat shit.
Thank you.
What's yours, Kyle?
Probably Final Fantasy IX.
Ooh.
It's a super charming game. I think it's really well put together. I really enjoyed it, but there are other games that beat it. But it's solid top 11. Well, it's solid top 20, number 11.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think of 12. I think 12 will be right there for me.
I didn't really play 12 because Nance when I got it, Nance just kind of took it over and just played it for a long time.
So I assume 10 is the one on the PS2 where it was like a large jump in graphical fidelity.
10 was
Just
on
like
PS1. No, yeah, it was
No.
on the PS2.
Yeah, it was
so
PS2.
9 was still probably
PS1.
like yeah. So it's like the pinnacle of those graphics, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't play any of those games, so I'm just taking a stab in the dark.
All right, Bill.
What about Bill? So what's your number 11? Your much delayed
mine-
number 11 pick.
Yeah. Based on the whole sliding scale of games coming in and out, the best thing I could come up with.
Wait, you gave
would
me
prob-
shit for saying that, but now you're like, based on the whole sliding scale.
Yeah, but I don't really care. I'm just jumping on the back of your logic.
Fuck it.
Mine would be probably Operation Flashpoint.
Really? Mm-hmm. That game
'Cause I-
sucked.
I played a lot of that game, Josh.
Yeah, but you were lonely.
No, I really like I really like military sims. Like Ghost Recon used to be some of my favorite stuff. And then there's Tony's bullshit Arma where there's like 7
Yeah.
different buttons for a variety of crouches, which is just too far. And I was hoping this was the middle ground. And there was a lot of fun to be had here. You had direct control over your troops.
No.
But it just wasn't very good. There's a lot of things that just didn't work.
I remember like the 2 or 3 times you got me to play it with you, our troops ended up just shooting me regularly.
I might have just shot you because you were holding us back.
I was ahead of you, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, no, you were. I saw your back. I did you a favor. You would have died a peasant's death if not for me. At least you felt like you died in glory.
Well, the important question to ask here, Bill, is did you shoot a flare into the back of his head and let him run around?
No, I just shot him in the neck. It was a quick death. No, I just I really like that style of game, and they don't make it anymore.
Yeah.
And that was, honest to God, the last one. I mean, there was a sequel to that game, but it was different people, and it was just wrong. That was really the end of that type of game, and I played through it twice. I couldn't.
I like
ever
how
beat
you
it on
sound
the-
so sad. Like I was playing there right.
Well, I couldn't finish
lonely.
it the second time around on like the high difficulty. I could just not get past one mission, and it was mostly because of just the game being buggy and certain things not working the way they should, and it was frustrating. But I just would love if they would just HD remake the first Ghost Recon, and I would play the hell out of that. I just want that type of game again, and make it budget friendly. It doesn't have to be a $60 game. Just make some $30 game that's fun to play. How is no one doing that? There's all these stupid what's under my blanket and all these bullshit, MOBA games. Like, where's the company making a military sim that's not Arma?
I can tell you what's under my blanket, Bill.
Chicken wings, because you're a fucking liar?
No.
I'm a little disappointed that's not the case.
Chicken wings.
No, there's a few others that I could list, but I don't want to call them number 11. Like, one of the other games that I would say it should have been really great, and it was actually shitty, and I think most of the internet and gamers as a whole are wrong, but it's The Last of Us. The Last of Us is not a good game. The story doesn't make sense. The gameplay doesn't make sense with the story. The AI is dumb. You're carrying ladders around. It's not a good game. Like, I don't get what these people are talking about. It's not a good game.
So why would you put that as your number 12?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just, it got me thinking about all these games that should be really great that aren't, and that was one of the first ones to come to mind.
Yeah, but I would say, like, the question was, which one barely didn't make your top 10 of all time?
Yeah, and I think Operation Flashpoint's pretty accurate.
Right, so why would you bring up The Last of Us?
I just want to shit on it because it's not a good game and you people are wrong.
I didn't give a shit about it. I didn't play it.
Not you two, the others. Those people. Because that's a fun thing to say. You can say that now. Half the country elected that to be an okay thing to say. You people are wrong.
That's like the 10th reference you've made on this one episode.
I know, but I'm just skirting it. You like that? See, that's how you do things. That's what you call class, Josh. You just skirt it. You don't actually go into it.
I go into it.
I feel like, Josh, you have more than just Zelda, though. Like, what was the other few that you were thinking of? Right?
Why would I have
I
more
feel
than-
like you want to say Dark Souls 2, but you don't.
No,
but
Dark
you
Souls
do.
2. Dark Souls 2 wouldn't even be in my top 30.
Now we're at 30. I love that
I'm
you
just
have a running tally.
honestly, like, Dark Souls 2 would not even be remotely close. That game was bad.
Kyle, what about you? You got a couple others that were skirting there?
Yeah. The Golden Sun was one of them. Like, I don't know if it made my top. What, you don't know what Golden Sun is?
Is that a Sega game? Sounds like a Sega game.
It was a fantastic RPG on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck you, Bill. It's a good game.
I'm just busting your balls.
Now you know why he was lonely, Kyle.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're a fucking stupid idiot.
That was that. Like, there were a couple other ones, but the Golden Sun's the only one that comes back up.
Right on.
Yeah. Golden Sun was good.
Let me guess. Were you saving the universe or just the world?
Both.
The world.
Ah, okay.
You start with the world, but then you move up to the universe.
But it's great because within the first 5 minutes, it's like, do you want to embark on this quest and save the world? And it's a yes or no, and you could choose no, and it goes, and the world fades into darkness, and you regret your actions.
Nice.
And you have to start the game over again.
I think another one I would list is Nier. As much as I love it, I can fully admit that there was a lot of problems with that game. I'm
Yeah, but
excited
it
for
doesn't
the
matter.
next one.
Problems aside, though, it's your top 10, right? It's what you
It's
feel
your
is your
dog.
favorite.
It's your dog.
So, Kyle, what have you been playing lately?
I
I hate you, Bill.
attempted to play Civ 5.
6?
It's 6.
No. I didn't buy the new one. I played the one that I had. Civ
Oh,
5.
okay.
5.
So I've been playing 6. You've been playing 5.
Yeah,
It's
like
a good
I've never,
attempt at being current, Cal.
yeah, I've never played a Civilization game before, so I was like,
Really?
yeah,
Really?
I've never
You
played one
seem
before.
like the kind of person that really enjoys that shit.
And I thought I would be someone who would really enjoy this shit, and I didn't. I thought it was incredibly boring.
Yeah, I can't stand them.
Nah.
Like, I played it for 5 hours, and I was like, this is all you do is just click things and wait for your research to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? I put like 20 hours or 25 hours in the first like weekend of Civ 6.
Yeah, it's a weird game. I think in Nevada you have to sign a card that says you hate chicken and waffles to even be able to buy it.
I don't hate chicken and waffles. I don't understand chicken and waffles. Breakfast and dinner should not go together.
What about breakfast for dinner?
No. Ah,
You don't like pancakes for dinner?
I don't like what?
You don't like pancakes for dinner?
Yeah,
Josh,
but-
all right, get this Pinko Kami asshole out of this podcast.
This is my podcast. You fucking prick. All right, fine.
All
I'm
right.
done. I quit.
Okay.
I feel like if you were to walk into your home at a rough dinner time and there were fresh pancakes being popped off the griddle, a smile, maybe a bit of coffee, you would go, wow, I will have some pancakes.
I mean, I'll never turn down pancakes.
See? Funny story about pancakes, though.
Okay.
So I made some last Sunday morning, right? And I put, I always turn the oven on beneath at like 200 to keep them warm as I'm cooking the whole batch because it's awesome. Might have forgotten a couple in there last week. And then I turned the oven on today to cook some stuff. And I was like, wow, the oven smells really good. I wonder what's going on. And didn't give it another thought. And then when I went to put the pan in, there's some nice black pucks of pancake in there. Oops.
Did you eat them?
No, they were smoking when I pulled them out, and then it wasn't such a great smelling thing, and yep. I can go take a picture of it in the trash if you want.
No, I'm good.
No.
Anyway,
So, there was the re-release of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys were quiet, so I didn't know.
Well,
if I
no,
got,
we
like,
were leaving the
disconnected
gap
or
for the
not.
collective, scream of excitement from the listeners.
yeah, because everybody's heard so much about Skyrim.
If there's one thing
yeah.
people want to hear about right now, it's Skyrim.
It's Skyrim. This 5-year-old game. So it got re-released. I played it on the PC for
Still buggy, people. Still buggy.
10 hours. Yeah, they didn't fix anything. It just looks a little bit better. And
It's almost up to the game with mods 4 years ago.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
So I instead of doing the sneak archery, which is standard for any Bethesda game, I went for heavy armor and two-hander, which was new for me, which was actually fun, just running up and smacking people in the face. But
Yeah.
it's no different than the game it was before. And I actually think it plays a lot better originally with the 100 and some odd mods I had running on it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sort of a drag.
Well, I mean, it's not. I don't know what they were expecting. I mean, yeah, now mods are hard coded into it, but it's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the fourth person I know that's went back and started playing that recently because it got in everybody's minds. But I can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, if you do play it again, just play the original with a shit ton of mods.
Yeah, I still have The Witcher that I'm playing. That's really all I need.
Yeah, which is it's a far better game.
Yep.
Let's see,
Maybe
what else?
you'll find that out one day. It's tough
Yeah.
to say with you. You did install it, I think, though, right?
Yeah, it's installed on Nance's PC.
And don't you have
I-
a 770 now? And that's bigger than my card. You should be playing it.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be playing it on Nancy's machine because it's way better than mine.
And
with
you
my-
got your vacation coming up.
I've
That's
got my
right.
vacation coming up, so that was my plan. Is just to be all right, let's get a blanket, let's sit down and hang out on the couch with the pup and play some Witcher.
I'm very excited for your criticisms. This
Too much-
lore doesn't exactly make sense with what was established in the second game of what I played, and I'm a little funny about it, but I'm just going to go with it.
Excuse me, Bill. I read the book.
Yeah, you were so right to bail on that shit, though.
Oh God.
I made it a little bit, and I read half the first one. I made maybe a quarter of the second, and I'm out.
Nothing fucking happens in those books. I don't know if it's just odd translation, but there's
Yeah.
just something doesn't carry over. It's the same thing with those vampire books.
Oh,
Twilight.
no, not Twilight's. What's it called? Daylight. No, Daywatch, Nightwatch.
Yeah, Night Watch.
Yeah, those do not translate well.
And then let's see.
Actually, it's odd. This one of the same people that's playing Skyrim has also brought those books up recently. Huh. Do you have a cousin that lives out here?
I don't know. Probably not.
Interesting.
I am by far the nerdiest person in my family, and I got the shit kicked out of me because of it.
I love the idea that like your dad's maybe like a Hulkamaniac throwing wings at you as you read your fantasy books when you're 17 or something.
Well, the look of confusion that was across his face when I said that I was going to go play D&D when I was like 18 said more than enough.
Did he do like a cartwheel when you went on your first date with Nance?
I don't know. I did go on dates in high school, Bill. Thank you. And I was on the football team, Bill. Thank
Look,
you.
honey, he really does like women.
Were you really on the football team?
Yeah, I was a cornerback.
Was it tough getting all the water to him at a speedly fashion?
Har har.
Now I know you've told me that before. I have no doubt you could probably beat me in a fight.
Oh,
You're a runner now.
I'm a runner now. Except I hurt my knee again, so I'm not running at the moment.
He's a runner who's getting old.
Yeah,
He's an old runner.
I'm an old runner. What the fuck else have I been
We're going to take
doing?
him out back and introduce him to Mr.
Turns
fucking
out,
Handgun.
as you get older, Kyle's definition of running is struggling up the escalator.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, this is like
God.
This is
That is
zing after
fucking
zing.
depressing. I'm just gonna be that guy that on that video of just going up the stairs and then just falling backwards and then being helpless as I'm dragged up the escalator.
Have we ever told people that any of those funny, weird GIFs and videos that show up across the entire spectrum of social media, we just create little stories like, Kyle thought he'd just go get some fast food, and then we
No.
post these GIFs and videos.
No, we didn't.
No, but
Oh.
that is basically my life.
I mean, the world doesn't even really know that Kyle travels so much yet.
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah, we gotta save that one for an off week.
Yeah.
So the show can come out with the pictures. We have to just collate them all into one big post somewhere.
Yeah, we'll announce the Kickstarter for the coffee table book.
I
I'd
can't
buy
remember
that.
somebody to pull a Kyle and trip on the book and go through the coffee table.
All we have to
Yeah.
do is Photoshop in a fucking iPod, and people will pay $300 for it, Kyle.
Yeah, I can't believe that's a
my
fucking real
God.
thing. That's a real thing that happened.
If you look at it in terms of a textbook, I sort of get it for like design students. But most of these people are buying it to put it on their coffee table, hoping you ask about it. Let's be clear. That's what
Yeah.
most sales will be.
I bought a
have-
$300 book.
I mean, I've got disposable income, but that's just dumb. You're basically paying $300 to not use the internet.
I bet you that fucking thing's on the bestseller list. Is that out yet?
I don't know. Probably. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
Bill, why don't you go down your list?
I'm not fucking done yet, Josh. I have other
Jesus,
things.
Josh, you insensitive son of a bitch.
God. Seriously.
We just got a little off topic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For some reason, I started playing Dragon's Dogma.
That's not even on your list. How can you say...
What?
Yeah.
Kyle coming in with the fucking curveball? What?
Yeah.
On what system? The PC?
The PC. Apparently, I had it.
When did you buy that?
I don't know.
I also have it on PC.
Really?
Yeah, I've got
That
Dark
seems
Arisen on
like
PC.
some night you both had drinks and Tony talked you into that shit. That has Tony written all over it. Guys, it's only $15. It's so good. It comes with a little DLC. It's like
No,
the
I
Nightwatch version.
Kyle and I actually saw it at PAX.
Yeah.
Oh, I was excited about it too, and then I played it.
No, because
Yep.
like at PAX they were pitching it to me as a Dark Souls game.
It's difficult in a Josh
No,
kind of way.
no,
like in
it's
an
nothing like Dark
unfair,
Souls.
why would anyone play this kind of way?
Nothing like Dark Souls. It's bad.
Yeah, so I put I made a character and I was like, all right, I vaguely remember this game. And then
How
I
far
stopped.
did you get? Yeah, you did what I did every time you go back to it. I made a pretty good push the last time I played, and then got to a point where, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just not that great.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it. That was just like on a whim. Yeah.
Because you want it to be good. It's one of those games. That should be the question for next week. List a few games that you really want to be good that aren't. Because that's one of them.
Yeah.
Because there's such cool monsters in the world and the spells. There's all this cool stuff, but it sort of sucks.
I think we just need more people to play it with. Like we need like a combined, like a group.
Can you play co-op on it?
Kurt Schilling game that was supposed to be good and was really bad.
Reckoning of Armoros.
Yeah.
Reckoning something. Can't remember. I could pull up
Didn't you
Steam,
play that a lot?
Me? No.
No, I
No,
played
Bill
like
played it.
I could look. I think I maybe put in like 6-7 hours tops. Tops, maybe. Well, that's a good example of something I wish was better. Yeah, we got the name wrong. I don't see
there's
Reckoning in my
multiplayer in it.
list. In Reckoning or Dogma?
Dogma.
Is it really? Multiplayer? That could almost sell me a little bit. Josh, you want to play some multiplayer Dragon's Dogma?
No.
Sure, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a whole lot else going on?
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's single player. My bad.
No,
I
doesn't
played
that game
8
have a
hours
thing
of
where you
Kingdoms of
download the
Amalur.
pawns? Like you can download Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could download their other character.
Yeah, I think that-
download their character.
That's the extent of the multiplayer right there.
Okay. I think there was like an MMO that's supposed to be good.
No, that was
But
Kurt
it's
Schilling's
like,
game.
No. There's an actual Dragon's Dogma MMO, but it's only in Japan.
Oh.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But every time I
No.
think of Dragon's Dogma, I think of Deep Down, that fucking Capcom game that was coming out for the PS4 that never came out.
Holy shit, that's been a long time ago.
What the
What
fuck is
happened with
Deep
that?
Down?
Deep Down was
it was really good looking graphical Dark Souls-ish type thing they showed before the PS4 came out. Remember the torch, the knight with the torch in the cave?
it was Capcom's version of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they went and they made it like free to play, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, and there's been nothing ever since.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the actual modern game that I've played was Dishonored 2,
So Josh and I were questioning, what did you get it on, PS4 or PC?
PS4.
Look at you.
I just went over to Redbox and was like, yeah, I'll fucking rent this.
That's weird because you love that first game.
Yeah, I not really digging the second one, honestly.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is it because you play as a woman?
No, I fucking played as Corvo. Are you kidding me? Why'd I play as the fucking Empress? I need to collect my thoughts for here for a sec. But so the way that I thought the game was supposed to play was that you would get to be like, it was like a tag team thing. Like certain missions you'd be Corvo and certain missions you'd be the girl.
Yeah.
But that's not how it is. In the very beginning of the game, there's like a really stupid fucking coup that happens, which makes no fucking sense. And then it's like, all right, pick Corvo or pick Emily. And I'm like, oh, I'll start as Corvo. And it's like, nope, Emily is now stone. You're fucked. Which makes it like, yeah, she just gets turned to stone. And then, all right.
Okay.
So the first like 2 minutes of the game of Dishonored 2 is, oh, it's the 15-year anniversary of essentially Dishonored 1. Kind of sucks what happened, huh? And then this guy comes up, he's like, so I'm a leader of this other country, and here's the sister of the Empress, who's now the actual Empress because the other Empress died. And everyone's like, that doesn't make sense. And then the guy's like, all right, now my guards are going to kill everybody, and we're going to stage a coup and take over your country. And then that's exactly what happened.
You're pretty invested in the first game considering you played it like 5 times. So is a little bit of your aggression because of that, or is it actually bad?
It's confusing because the first game, like, it made sense, like the story did. You got rightfully pinned for the assassination attempt because it was just you and the Empress sat on that roof, and then she was dead. And it's like, well, the only person who could have killed her was you, so it was clearly your fault. But this one's just like, yeah, we're just gonna take this coup. Like, this is a coup now. Like, this is our country.
Huh.
Leave. Please leave. When we're gonna kill half the guards.
Is the gameplay good? Maybe?
It's the exact same as Dishonored 1, so that's fine. But I don't know, like, it seems incredibly jittery, at least on the PS4. Like, the graphics are super jittery.
Ooh.
Like, there's at points it drops down to like 10 frames a second, which is like absurd.
Really?
Yeah, there's some real bad stutter.
So
I
basically,
haven't heard any complaints on the PS4, which means the PC must be a fucking train.
Yeah,
And
I've heard nothing but bad about the PC.
the controls are floaty.
What?
Yeah. Like
The other game was so tight and like it was almost too much.
right, like moving and looking. I don't know if there's something wrong with my controller, but it doesn't. There's like a slight delay to do anything.
Yeesh.
Yeah,
I don't mean to be a dick, right? Because I know you guys like.
Don't you though, Josh? Don't you?
So I know you guys
Josh.
like Bethesda, but like, remember the time that they came out with a game that didn't have tons of problems?
Remember when they had games without problems?
yeah. Well,
I
technically
remember.
it's Studio Arcane, and like it. I'm frustrated because I really wanted to like sit down and be like, this game's gonna be fucking awesome.
I'm gonna make this game my bitch. I'm gonna
Yeah.
crush its puss.
And then I'm like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel as nice as the first Dishonored did.
The
Yeah,
puss
I
just
might-
doesn't feel right.
I might take it off my queue if Kyle's saying this, Josh.
I mean, I
Like,
don't give a
I
shit
liked
though.
the game, but I didn't really love it. But if Kyle's kind of uppity about it,
And
Like,
like I said,
I'm really glad I didn't buy the game.
I've heard nothing but problems about the PC version, not the consoles.
Yikes. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about the consoles, which, yeah, that's no good, man.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait a year and then buy it. So hopefully by then all the problems will be fixed.
Yikes. What the fuck? It would have been a good game to come out in February anyway. I mean, most people that are buying this game aren't the Call of Duty crowd. Like, you're not going to really lose much for sales. Let it cook a little bit longer.
Yeah, but it's also
And
like the only RPG coming out at the end of the year. Well, no, you got Final Fantasy, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's the only RPG coming.
The Conan bit on that was pretty great, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Josh.
especially his frustrated rant at the end.
Uh-huh.
I didn't really watch the whole thing.
What?
You just need to watch
You
it.
wanted a quick look. That's as good as you're going to get right now.
Yeah, I saw
you
like
just
15.
want you just want his rant, Josh, because it epitomizes what a JRPG is.
I mean, I like
And the people that
JRPGs.
made it, Josh, at the end are in the next room and he didn't realize that and not part of the bit. I think they honestly didn't know they were sitting out there because they tore it to shreds.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like JRPGs, but I don't like the direction Final Fantasy has been going in years anyways, so.
You don't want to be part of their rock band look?
No, I would really love another Lost Odyssey.
You can just play that one
that
again.
wasn't Square. That was
That was Mistwalker.
yeah.
But that's where, like, the JRPGs that I like.
Real question, what does Mistwalker mean? I mean, honestly, does it just mean some asshole in the fog?
What does Square Enix mean? What does Bethesda mean?
Well,
But those are just random words. Mistwalker is
Square
something
Enix is the blend of Squaresoft and
Shut the fuck up, you retard.
Okay.
Josh, don't swear.
Sorry. Shut the fuck... No, wait.
Yeah.
I'm sure the retard's fine for America now, but you don't swear.
Shut up, you stupid idiot.
You stupid idiot. But yeah, I was really I was really what?
Wait, we have to take this moment since Paul gave us that wonderful nugget. We have to say congrats to Paul because he's a proud papa and he's going to be a good dad.
Oh, he's got a baby Undertaker coming?
No, not coming. He just had it.
Oh, baby
Yep.
Undertaker.
She's adorable.
Wait, no. Not a baby Undertaker.
Paul, like the Musclehead Paul?
Musclehead Paul.
I don't know. I always thought he was like Musclehead Paul. Not Paul the German, right?
No,
No, not Paul the German.
Okay, 'cause,
Paul
like,
he
Brucata
has
from
Paul
the
the
Video
Musclehead.
Game Jocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
crazy.
runner. Your fellow runner, Kyle.
My fellow
Yeah.
runner.
Yep.
No,
who
She's
makes
adorable.
shit arguments about wrestling.
He sent us a
football.
picture from the hospital, like right after, like they put the baby in her arms, and I put a little comic bubble on it that said, "My dad chose me over all the peas because he doesn't want to buy a 4K TV." And then I ended with ... peasant.
Oh, congratulations. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good
That's
job.
your thing.
But anyway, back to like real stuff here. Dishonored 2 sucks.
Jesus Christ. And you think I'm the asshole?
I'm starting
no
to
one
fucking
cares
question
about
it.
Paul's kid, Bill.
Except for the
Paul
fact
and
that they
his
were part
wife.
of the video game website we were once on. Are we still on that?
No.
Is that a thing?
No.
You don't have to whisper. No one there listens anymore.
No.
Oh.
Tim Poon.
Sorry,
Technically,
Kyle.
yes, we are.
All right, so Kyle, here's the ultimate question before we move on.
Yeah.
If I pick it up, am I going to be a dick about the game?
Oh, you are absolutely 100% are.
Then I'm taking it off my gameplay queue for now.
There is a game, Kyle, that Bill has that you might like that I can see future arguments happening over.
And what's that?
I'm
Goat
not going to spoil the
Simulator?
surprise.
Is it The Witcher?
No. It's a game that you like.
No,
that
there's
Bill-
going to be plenty that Kyle doesn't like about The Witcher, but I think overall he'll enjoy the vast playing world and kind of exploration that you get out of it.
Just let me tell you now, Kyle. It's coming.
Okay.
Billy
okay.
is coming.
Oh, no, I'll just tell him. So I have a fair queue on Gamefly because a bunch of games have come out this fall, and I just put them on there, and inevitably I'll get through them. And
Oh,
of
did you
all
get
of-
Deus Ex?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Of all the games in the queue, Kyle,
Deus Ex is coming.
fucking send me Deus Ex. It's coming. It's coming, Kyle.
Yeah.
Very excited. And it's
That-
coming on the Xbox One, so I also get to complain about the Xbox during.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I tried to mix it up, what system it comes on, because I don't really care, but it'll be interesting.
No, I can't wait to hear you bitch and moan about that one.
Oh, I do look forward to telling you you're wrong.
Your opinions are wrong, Kyle.
No, Kyle, this game doesn't have memory leaks at all.
Yeah.
My Xbox is so much better than your PC, Kyle.
That probably is.
Nah, it's probably
Anyways,
not. That thing's a piece
Dishonored.
of shit. Did you realize that when Titanfall plays on the Xbox, it actually drops below 720 at points? It's a giant piece of shit.
Anyways, Titanfall. Or Dishonored. Go. Boom. Ship it.
I thought he was done.
Now I'm done.
Okay. Bill, go.
Well, don't tell me what to do, Josh. I'm going to start with my final thoughts on Forza Horizon.
Thank God.
Because you bailed on that. Oh, I didn't say that much the first time around. I mean, I think I made it to like level 45-ish, and I'm sure I'll go back and play from time to time. But Forza Horizon 2 is better. Like, there are just too many dumb distractions that...
I got bored.
No, what really chaps me is that these type of games are built around progression. You unlock shitty cars so that you can use said shitty cars in these other events to get slightly better cars, and you're always building towards something. At some point you know you're going to get the Ferrari or the McLaren or even, just a low-level Evo. You're on your way to that. You're working towards that. Well, in this game, I scored this super great Ferrari for like 30 grand at like 3 a.m. one Friday night because I just turned it on and I was on the auction house and I got it for nothing. Well, when you go to all these events, 75-80% of them cater to what you're driving. It's not locked into you have to have a hatchback from these countries or you have to have an all-wheel drive from these years. Most of it just caters to what you're driving. So if I was able to get a supercar in the first 6-7 hours of the game, there's no progression. There's no building towards anything. Like, it removes that drive and that want to, play the game more. And I just kind of lost interest, actually, because I wasn't working towards anything. Sure, I was unlocking bullshit events and stuff, but I wasn't working my way up the ranks and like every racing game does. And it was I think that was a really poor decision. I think they fucked up pretty bad because I'm sort of over it now. And I wanted to play it a lot more, coupled with most of the ads showed a lot of off-road stuff, and Horizon 2 had way more off-road racing than this game does, which is also very frustrating, because that's some of the most fun parts about the last game. Which is, Josh, you were talking, you like that Southeast area. That's the stuff that you actually enjoyed the most, right? The off-road stuff.
Yeah.
There's hardly any of it. And it's really beautiful. It runs well, but they really fucked up on the progression, and I kind of over it. It's kind of sad. I was expecting to play that at least another 30 hours, and I'm sort of done. Oh well.
2 thumbs down.
No, it's still a great game. I mean, I made it to like level 45. I played the shit out of the game. It's a very good racing game, but they fucked up with the progression. Was it 2 weeks ago, Josh? Yeah, it was around Halloween that Dead Rising 3 and all the DLC was like $9 or $10 on Xbox, and I bought it. It's sort of fun.
Yeah.
Because I only played the first Dead Rising because the 360, it was kind of sparse at the time. There wasn't a lot to play. And that had that weird actual time, no save, you have to start the game over nonsense.
No, it had a saving system. You just had to go to the bathroom to save.
Yeah, but it was terrible,
really?
Though. Yeah. It was terrible.
It followed the Resident Evil, like, Capcom style saving where you need to find, like, the typewriter to save, or you go into a bathroom to save, or... But it did have, like, a real time to it. And so, like, if you didn't finish the game in 72 hours game time, like, you failed or whatever it was.
That was their approach to replayability, is that you couldn't get all these things done in that game time, so you would have to replay it to see these other options, right?
Yeah, something like that. And at the time, it was a cool idea. I mean, it was...
It was,
It was new.
Yeah. It was different.
I mean, to get your Xbox 360, right, and to see that many like zombies or creatures on the screen at one time was really impressive.
And HD zombies.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah.
Now, Dead Rising 3, you can basically like quadruple that.
Oh yeah, there's certain sections. Yeah, the frame rate chugs on the Xbox. I get it. But there's a couple scenes where you come over like this mound of broken down and shattered out buses and cars onto like a interstate overpass. And there are a lot of zombies out there. Like, you cannot run through that. There's at least a few hundred, maybe a touch more. I don't even know. Yeah. And it's really cool to look at. And all the screams with the surround sound going, it's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
But really, you just run around and you find blueprints to get better weapons. And there's little side quests that are kind of neat. I think I made maybe... per their chapter or act or however they do it, I'm about halfway through, which is probably enough for me, I think.
Yeah, I could see it being fun in like co-op, but I think like the time has passed.
Yeah, well, it was like $10, and I wanted something different to play. I was just in the mood for a different game, and for $10, that kind of fit the bill.
Like, I would totally rent the next Dead Rising and try to go through that co-op.
I could be talked into that, maybe. Because they've improved a lot to where it is sort of fun seeking out the parts you need and finding the blueprints to get better weapons, that type of thing. It is kind of neat. I wish that there were areas... I wish the city was like 4 times as big and pockets of heavy zombies so that I could actually explore and like loot buildings a little bit more. I think that would be an improvement.
Yeah, like at most you can go into houses that were empty and there's like just refrigerators or...
Yeah,
really gay clothing.
It's pretty tight and pretty compact, and I think if you opened it up a little bit and maybe not everything was just flooded with them, it would be a bit more fun. So it'd be a bit more survival, a bit more exploration. I think it could gain a lot from that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was surprised I liked it as much as I did. I played for a fair amount, I think, in those 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 hours.
No, I dropped some time into that one actually. Beat a few bosses about halfway through, give or take.
Yep.
Figured out that your instructions to get the super weapon were just fucking wrong.
I didn't give you instructions.
You sort of did.
No,
I had that right away. I don't know why it's not working. Well, because you have to go and collect like 5 other blueprints.
Let's go look at my game save, right?
Yeah.
And I bet you put more time into it than I did.
I can guarantee you I did.
And you're further than I am, and I have that.
Yeah, I have it too, but your instructions.
I
how
bet
to
you I
get
got it way sooner in the game than you did. In fact,
Yeah,
let's
because
wipe
your
our saves. I
instructions
bet
were
you I
flawed.
get it before you do.
I know, but your instructions were flawed. That's the
Oh
problem.
my god! All I did was tell you about it and said, "Look it up on how to get it."
I know your instructions were flawed. That's all.
I
I'm
hate
saying.
you so much.
I know you do. Outside of that, for some reason, was it last Sunday, Josh? Was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. I decided we were talking about Saints Row for some reason because Josh has this rose-colored glasses look at the first Saints Row, which is weird.
No,
even though
I
we
don't.
had way more fun with the third one, regardless of what you say.
No. Hold on. I like the third one the most. What I'm saying is,
You literally said, I like the first one the best last week.
no.
You, sir,
I like-
are a liar.
I like things that the
liar.
first ones do better than like Grand Theft Auto. If we're talking like old school Grand Theft Auto games, I like things that Saints Row 1 did better than it, where like you can go in the back of shops at the end of the night, steal their safe, and then drive away with it while getting away from the cops. It's stupid things like that I prefer. But as a game, I prefer Saints Row 3. I hate all the other ones.
I don't think I played this. Well, I probably played the second one, but
Second
I
one
don't
sucked.
I don't have much memory, so yeah, I'm sure it wasn't great. And the fourth one, Kyle, did you finish the fourth one?
Yeah, I destroyed the fourth one. Like I did every single thing you could do in the fourth one.
Yeah, I quit maybe halfway through, I think. I don't remember why, but I did. Maybe it's because Josh's constant bashing of it made me lose interest.
Oh my god! Don't put that on me.
But I installed Gat Out of Hell for some reason. That was enough of that, I guess. It feels pretty dated now, and I don't really want to play it anymore. But we did learn, because we looked it up, they're working on, it's not called Saints Row, but it's basically another Saints Row with the 3 character that they stole from GTA type thing coming, right, Josh? Isn't that what we read?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't play Get Out of Hell at this point. It feels really fucking old.
I'm sure.
Even though that game came out like 2 years ago.
I'm sure
Ish.
every Saints Row feels old at this point.
No, I could go back and play the third one. This one, it's just it's an expansion that they then sold as like a separate $20 game. It doesn't have the charm of the other one. That's all, and you're in hell, and it's sort of stupid, and yeah, I don't know. Rein it in is hopefully what we have coming from the next. Outside of that, I'm just gonna say for Joshy's game, we'll talk about it then.
I've been playing Civilization 6. I mean, I haven't been playing it in a couple weeks, but I picked up Civilization 6. I played the shit out of that.
For like a weekend straight.
Yeah, didn't you play it for essentially 2 days straight?
I'm pretty sure that's all you did those 2 days, and then you haven't went back.
Probably.
You fucked it out in 2 days.
I'll go back. I've just been busy.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's cool. I generally enjoy Civilization for whatever reason. They're games that I relax to. I like that you can become complete douchebag in them. I very quickly get the title of warmonger.
You like that you can be yourself? Is that what you're saying?
And in Civilization 6, like, religion is now... you can win via religion by taking over the people in these capitals. So you send missionaries over to the other cities. You're basically, like, poisoning them from within with religion.
With their minds.
Yeah. So
Seems
I can
like Kyle would like that. Huh. Did you know
Yeah.
you could do that, Kyle?
I mean, I don't
You
think I
couldn't
got
with-
that far.
You can't with the old civilizations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Bill.
And in Civ 5, religion really didn't play a big role. They kind of, like, it was very big in Civ 4, and then in Civ 5, for whatever reason, I don't recall it being very big. In this one, it's kind of back to being quite important.
Maybe they just follow political trends, Josh.
Probably. The other big difference between like 6 and 5, for instance, is like if you create a worker unit, you can no longer set them to be automatic and just let them go and build. You now have to kind of dictate what they do, because, like, say if I play as the United States and I say I create Washington, right? Like, so the tiles around me are now my districts. And so I need to decide, do I want like farmland? Do I want like religion land or housing or whatever? So that becomes an important role in terms of how you develop your civilization per se. So you now have like 3 or 4 moves per builder unit to decide what you want to do. And then the builder unit disappears after that. So you have to completely renew having builders to do things. Otherwise, your civilization will turn on you. Like if you spend too much time in war or times of war, the cities will turn on you over time because they get war fatigue. And when that happens, like they hire mercenaries to try to destroy you from within.
I feel like I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but if you were my leader, I would so turn against you.
Yeah, I would probably kill you off early.
Wouldn't find me, Josh.
So yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you can do in this version of Civilization that you couldn't in the old one. Like I said, the districts thing kind of really changes how you plan, because in like the one that Kyle played, you can just set your worker to be automatic and they just build and set roads and do all this other stuff, and you didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did. It wasn't very exciting.
No, and so now you have to decide what exactly you're placing and where you're placing it and where you want your trade routes to be and stuff like that. And I think more so in this one, the AI characters like Montezuma or Gandhi and all those people, they have more unique traits to them. Like in I think the old civilizations, they just kind of acted all the same, but I think like Gandhi kind of acts like Gandhi. He wants nothing to do with war, but he wants to trade for certain things that his people would want. So it's pretty interesting. Ultimately, you just want to kill or destroy everybody. So that's what I do.
It doesn't seem like a Josh game, but yet you really enjoy them.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like Kyle playing Gears of War. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I am an
Does
onion.
not compute.
Does not compute because Gears of War sucks.
I have many layers.
God.
Are you saying you're like an ogre, Josh?
No, I'm like an onion.
Did you read that on someone's calendar today or something?
I think he got that from Shrek.
I've actually never seen Shrek.
I'm sure you haven't, Josh.
Yeah, just like you've never seen South Park, even though you were very similar in a lot of things you say. Never
I'm
seen
dead. Like I swear to God, I've never seen South Park.
I'm sure
other
you
than, like,
haven't,
the first
bro.
2 episodes,
I'm sure you haven't.
and the World of Warcraft one you made me watch.
Wasn't that Warcraft?
That's just delightful, though, Josh, because you would want to be the guy. You would be the...
I wouldn't though.
Wouldn't you, Josh?
No,
Josh.
no. Anyway.
Josh.
What else is on my list?
The one that we're going to share talking about.
All right, so that's it. Kyle,
That
why don't you tell them how they can
sort
contact
of
with us?
think that maybe Kyle should rent this if he can, because I think there's a shot he'll enjoy it.
I don't think so.
I kind of think he would, maybe. Because you have to remember, Kyle is a Halo fan. Yeah, and there's like a bit...
Don't say it, because it'll ruin it for me.
No, I think that... I honestly think there's a shot that Kyle would like this game, because I think it's really fucking good. I'm a little upset, honestly. I didn't like the first one at all, Kyle.
So
I
anyway,
played the beta and I was out.
We're talking about Titanfall 2,
Yeah.
right? So I rented Titanfall 2.
Can we start by saying it fucking sucks that it's selling so terribly because everyone but Call of Duty and Battlefield, because it is really a solid game.
I mean, I can't speak to how the multiplayer goes, but I can tell you that it's a good thing that people aren't buying it if they want to play the single player.
What?
It's a good thing that they aren't buying it if they want to play the single player. The single player sucks.
No, it doesn't. You finished it in like 2 days.
Yeah, I finished it. I hate fucked it.
You did not hate fuck it. You literally told me out of your mouth, this is pretty fun.
Yeah, and then I get to the ending. It was not a good single player, Bill. I told you, it is more like
Josh.
if you like this game, right, and you ever bitch about a Dark Souls story, you're a fucking idiot.
Dark Souls doesn't have a story.
Exactly, neither does this.
This is just a sci-fi story. Those don't count like that.
There
It's
is
not like
no
a real
story.
sci-fi story. It's just like mechs in a war. It's fun.
There is no story. You're a guy who got fucking beaten up, right? He's passed
Kyle,
out.
there's two opposing human forces, one of which values power and industry over the others that are explorers and an overall quality of life. It directly parallels the, state we find ourselves in America right now.
There is no
a
story. There is no story. You're basically a guy who finds a broken down robot named BLT.
You don't
You
find.
jump
He was
inside
your
of him.
commander's robot.
His name's BLT.
Something like that.
No. I want to know, though, he might be voiced by Optimus Prime. If not, they did a damn good job of getting fucking as close as they legally could. Sort of awesome, Kyle.
Anyway, so
Because the mechs have AI, and they care about the pilots.
as far as like the gameplay is, Kyle, it is actually very solid. Like the controls are very, very good in the game, and like you can jump, slide, and then run off a wall and do like a double jump and shoot 3 people in the head real quickly. It's very,
Yeah.
very solid.
It's tight. It's really, really good.
It feels good to play.
The way that they kind of buffer the camera and sticks when shooting and doing that, it's not jarring. It's very, very smooth. It's awesome. Right, Josh? It's fun to go and platform around. Josh, we'll save your criticism of precision jumping and points that they do just to kind of stretch the game out. I get it. But when you're just going about having fun, it's really tight and fun. Right?
For the
Josh.
most part.
Yeah. It's good, Kyle.
Okay.
Imagine if Halo, instead of playing like a clunky, slow piece of shit, it's the opposite of that. And you can
So it's
run on
Saints Row
walls and double jump and do all kinds of shit. And you can wall run, and if you jump to an opposing wall, you can wall run further, and you can just kind of keep that chain going. It's cool.
How far are you in the single player now?
I beat the first boss, and I don't think I just got to the point where a big door opened and there were 3 mechs, and I was like, this is a good place to stop for the night. Because all hell broke loose, and it was just a good place to stop.
And then you just didn't go back?
No, that was like Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
No, that was Wednesday night. Thursday night I went out, and I went out last night, so...
The way that you upgrade your BLT is stupid too. Like, there just happens to be a big gun there that you pick up and it says "New Titan loadout." It just seemed cheesy. Like, it would have been nice if like you destroy
Why
a
is that
robot and
cheesy?
rip them off of it.
Oh, I'll give you that.
Which
I'll
there
give you
are
that.
a couple points where it's kind of like that, but not the way that you would want it to be.
So your criticism is that it's not like that enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just happens to be there's this big gun hanging off a wall and you pick it up and your BLT's like,
Add an
fucking no.
armory point, Kyle.
What was that?
It's a little, armory point, like a weapons locker.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
Okay.
A logical place to put a weapon.
Yeah,
Just
but as far as a game is, it's just boring.
What? No, it's not boring.
That picking a like if you're in a big fucking mech, which I don't know, is it even a mech if it has AI like that? I don't know.
Kyle will be the one that would get up.
That's what I'm
So
asking.
I don't know, Kyle. Is it a mech?
With what?
Is it a mech because it sort of has like a rudimentary AI?
Well, see, it
Fucking
depends. Because this sounds a lot like, the fuck is that? Mech in full mech.
Oh, Jesus, we're gone Japanese.
Yeah,
Went
yeah.
Japanese,
We
Josh.
went
This is-
Japanese.
we just opened this door, and now we have to let his neighbor crackhead in and hear about it. This is where you splice in the Jeopardy music.
But basically, yeah, I will consider that a mech. It's a robot you ride in that you control. That just so
I will
happens to
consider
talk
it
to
a
you.
mech.
I will dub thee a mech with an asterisk.
Anyway, it's a cool game. For the most part, the story's bland. It's kind of boring. They draw
It's a
it out.
generic story. Yeah, you're right. It's generic and
They drag it out
nonsense.
way too long with certain things that aggravated me after a while.
Kyle,
I was happy to-
you're a scrub from the streets that has big dreams of being a mech pilot, but during a mission gone wrong, your CO was taken out, and you end up in control and transferred rank to drive the mech.
Bill, we'll see how you feel about it when you get past the first half
The
hour.
Arbalist. That's what that is. It's the Arbalist.
Oh, God. I'm excited though, Josh, because the way David explains it is like the opposite of what you're laying down right now.
David likes wrestling.
He builds up like the things he's kind of sent me little tidbits. I'm very excited.
David likes wrestling.
Not really.
Let's see if Titanfall 2's on Redbox.
You should, because I think there's a good chance you can enjoy it. It feels like the first couple hours sort of feel like Crisis because you have a cloak.
Yeah.
And so you can hide a little bit and move point to point. And so like the Predator, they can see your outline, normal AI, but mechs can't see the cloak when it's engaged. So even in multiplayer, if you're standing still, other players won't see you. But even when you're moving, mechs can't see you. It's pretty cool.
You want to know how bland of a shooter it is, though? Like, I went through, and I'm no lie here, I went through pretty much half the game without even shooting my gun. I just ran up and meleeed people to death.
Why would you do that? That automatic shotgun's like the first shotgun in any shooter that isn't a giant piece of shit.
Because it's easy to run, slide, get up, and hit him in the fucking face.
The slide thing's so awesome, though.
Right, so I'm telling you,
you make it sound like it's lame. It's so fun.
I'm telling you the gunplay was pathetic.
No, the gunplay is not pathetic. It's tight and feels great. No,
yeah.
Don't say that.
I can grab it from Redbox.
It's worth a rental.
Can you reserve it?
Huh?
Can you reserve it and like go get it later?
There's enough copies about that I could just go to one and pick one.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance you'll enjoy it, Kyle. It's fun. I'm having a lot a lot of fun with it.
I have not tried
I'm
the
definitely
multiplayer.
gonna fucking bring back Dishonored.
Dishonored, yeah. No, the multiplayer. There's David plays attrition, which is I think 6-on-6. It's basically just team deathmatch. Mm-hmm. I like to play the Battlefield essentially conquest mode because I'll lead and win on my team with a kill where everyone else is like 12, 15, 20 kills. I just go and take points. But as you're playing and kind of gain a bit of points and experience, you unlock your mech. So there's always this point halfway through the match where mad mechs are dropping in from the sky, and then there's these large mech battles in the open areas while other people are still running around the skirts, and there's fun little perks that you can kind of do, whether it's amping up your weapons or, you know, throwing out little spider robots that are sort of like... they're terrible if they're on the other team, but they're awesome if they're yours. But they're kind of like heat seekers, except they're little spidery robots that just run around trying to latch on and kill people. The multiplayer is a lot of fun. Like I haven't enjoyed a multiplayer shooter since Battlefield 4, and I played it the first couple of nights I got it for a little while. Like I'm rank 10 now, maybe give or take, maybe 8. Maybe I'm 8.
I'll tell you this: I'll try the multiplayer, but
I'll play the multiplayer tonight if you want to.
I'm interested to see how you feel about the campaign once you get past the first half hour. Because that first boss is legitimately in the first half hour.
It's in no way the first half an hour.
It is
and
legitimately the first half hour.
What boss are you talking about? The guy?
The one that you killed. Yes, that is the first half hour.
That is literally not the first half hour. In no way is that the first half hour.
That is the first half hour.
No. That's at least a good hour and a half, 2 hours in.
No.
Well, maybe if you're playing some weird way of playing, but I sneak around and shoot people in the neck.
See, I just run up and beat them in the fucking head.
Yeah, see, I play it very slow and methodically. I'm very precise and sneaky about how I play the game. I'm enjoying the shit out of it.
You have to pump at least like 12 bullets in somebody to kill them, but you can just run up and hit them once.
No, you don't. Maybe with a weaker weapon. The shotgun's a shot.
You can run up and hit them once and they're dead.
Well, yeah, that's most games, Josh. And there's also a fair amount of encounters that when you do that, you'll just get ass raped.
I never really got killed for that because I was just going invisible and run away.
What difficulty are you playing this on?
The normal.
You're lying.
Really?
Did you go easy, Josh?
No, whatever the normal one is, the default. You can check because I have the trophies for it.
Look at you with your trophies. Remember when trophies were around? Remember when people cared?
You know I got really tired of it after a while because it got really boring.
Oh yeah, it was never your style of game. The fact you even finished it is what everyone should take home. Is that Josh
keep making these stupid drawn-out sections where you have to jump from wall to wall to wall to wall every 10 minutes because they couldn't figure out how they wanted the game to end. It just dragged on.
I actually enjoy that there's just breakups of platforming.
the game ends by you jumping from wall to wall to wall to wall because that's how they decided to end the game.
They literally, Kyle, just dragged it on.
There's some filler in there that involves like platforming, and I kind of
that's
like
not
it. It breaks
platforming.
everything up. It's sort of platforming. Just because you're not fucking Italian with a mustache, it's sort of platforming.
You'll see when you get past a half hour.
Oh, I'm not saying that totally can't happen. That'll hit a point and go, fuck this. I do that with plenty of games. But your version of how things go is literally the direct opposite of David. David's like, there's a point that's going to be so awesome, I can't wait for you to text me. And then he write out the rest of the game. He's like, that was
There's
awesome.
definitely some awesome
There's like
parts.
a D-Day section with mechs. It sounds awesome.
DJ section with Max.
Yep.
Oh, nah.
A little bit.
That
A little
got kinda-
bit.
I didn't really like that section.
Yeah, a little bit. Kyle, it's worth a rent. You should rent it. It's fun. At the very least, it's a multiplayer game you can enjoy a little bit. Because the number one thing that you have to mention that I like the most about it, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal when I was talking with Paul and David.
David said this game is great, so I'm going to defend it, even though I only put a half hour into it.
We can go look. I've played fuck ton more than that. But they don't focus on the negative. It doesn't show how many times you die. It's all about how many kills you have for points or how many points you've held for your team. It's just about the positives. There is no negatives. There's no kill to death ratio. None of that's in there. It doesn't matter.
I can't wait for you to at least be able to form your own opinion.
What do you mean? I went into it expecting not to like it and rip his ass and say, why did you get me to spend this $30? I think it's a good game. It's really pretty. It's tight. It's well put together. It's a shit ton better than Call of Duty that everyone wasted their money on.
Ugh.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't played a Call of Duty since Call of Duty.
Josh, you literally finished the campaign. That says so much that you're not willing to admit right now.
I was bored as shit.
Josh, you finished the campaign in like 2 days. You can say what you want to say now, but you finished the campaign.
I hate fucked it.
Josh, when is the last shooter campaign you finished? This is where you also cue the Jeopardy music while Kyle and I talk about
Borderlands
books.
2.
That's
Heart
like
Reset.
5 fucking years ago. That's what I'm saying. You finished it, height fuck or not. You finished it.
Actually, there was a shooter that I played recently. Dude, did I finish Doom? Came close.
You didn't finish Uncharted 4.
I
That's
never even
what I'm
played
saying.
Uncharted 4.
I know. I just wanted to bring that up, that it's still sitting at your house.
No, I sent it back.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Cool.
After he scratched the fuck out of it.
No, he's just this year. This is the year of Josh renting games, not playing them for 3 or 4 months at a time, and then sending them back after paying full price.
Yeah.
It's like you went to fucking GameStop and said, I'll take a copy of Metal Gear Solid. It just came out today. And then you paid it with your credit card and you picked up the disc and then you just threw it in the trash and left.
But this is also the year, though, that I've been like the most busy in my life.
Yeah, you've had some issues.
And Titanfall 2 is probably the first game I've actually like sat down and played.
Yeah.
In a long time.
And by issues, I mean women.
No.
Giggity.
I can't wait for you to be able to make your own opinion.
I have made my opinion because I really wanted to tell Dave
No,
and Paul they're wrong.
this
Like
is
I
David
always
speaking to
do
me.
with the bullshit they play. Call of Duty
I don't
is
want to hear about
terrible.
Hulkamania.
I gotta say, Josh, that little line you had the other day was fucking. That was something else.
I
That was
love
good.
David. I'm just kidding. Anyways,
That
I'm
was
looking
really
forward.
good.
I want to play the multiplayer with you guys at some point.
No, I think we can have a lot of fun. It is.
I think it's definitely
It's
given
fun.
Kyle. It's definitely a better. I can see it being better multiplayer than single player for sure.
Yeah. Because the matches are short. There's not a lot of players. Because I when I saw that it was only 6-6 or 8-8, I was like, what the fuck is this? 1996 or something? But it gets
Yeah,
so
we played
hectic.
Mag 64 out of 64.
Yeah. Well, what's Battlefield now? That's what
Shit.
Yeah. But it gets so hectic when, like, halfway through the match when the mechs start coming in and everybody's perks are firing. It gets so crazy. You don't want any more players than that. It works the way it is. It's fine where it is, and it's fun. You should really get your ass up after this, Kyle. Go rent it. We can play it tonight for a while.
Oh my god, I'm probably going to bed after this.
Oh, don't be a bitch. He's got to go play Final Fantasy anyway. We can play it tomorrow.
Oh, it might not be around tomorrow.
In closing, Josh didn't love it that much. I'm still only a few hours in, but I'm enjoying my time with it. And I think for the $30 I spent, considering that was less than I spent at the bar last night, money well spent.
In closing for me, controls are absolutely tight. There's a lot of really cool ideas. It feels good to play. The single player is absolutely shit. There is no story. They dragged it on too long.
But you finished it.
Mechs are pretty much useless.
You finished it.
In the single player. And then
We should say graphically though, it is pretty for the PS4 and not the Pro. It looks great.
It's very very pretty, and it runs really well.
I think on the Pro you get 1080p 60 frames a second, which would be nice. I think it holds 30 for a bit and then drops pretty low, and then I think the resolution on the Xbox though, Kyle, it drops below 720 because it's a piece of shit.
I did see it's like some comparison pictures between the Pro and the normal PS4, and like it does definitely look a lot better in 1080.
I'm starting to think I'm gonna trade mine, Josh.
I don't really care what you do.
Well, for me, it's the frame rate. Like, if I can play a fucking console at 60 frames a second, and because I don't care about the 4K, I care about frame rate, and
I'd honestly wait to see what happens with the games that are already out that are running worse on the Pro.
What? That's a whole topic you should have put on the list. Is that actually happening?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it's games that haven't been optimized or don't even really know about the Pro.
What games would those be?
So, like now, like when you make a game for PC, you have thousands upon thousands of hardware configurations to set up for, right? These old games don't really know about anything with the Pro.
So if they don't go back and optimize, it actually runs worse?
It can run worse, yes.
Interesting. I mean, the chances of me going back and playing an old game at this point are pretty small. And
Yeah.
the games I would play are probably updated, but I hadn't thought about that. That's interesting.
Like I think one of them was Final Fantasy actually ran a little bit worse on the Pro.
What about Knack? Let's talk about the serious shit here.
They did come out with a Pro
Are
patch
you
for it.
fucking
actually.
serious? They
Yeah,
patched
from what I-
Knack?
Yeah, from what I understand.
What game isn't patched if Knack got patched?
Resogun isn't.
Oh, there it is, Kyle. There it is. There it is. Okay, Josh, I'm going to give you that one because you do love that game.
I mean, I would
It's
get
okay.
it.
I'm not going to fault you for that one at all. If it was my favorite game that wasn't as popular and it didn't get patched, I would be bitchy too.
It was very popular. You can't.
Because it was free and there was 3 games out. That's why if it came out today, everyone would go, Reza, what? What are you playing?
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it. It was a fun game.
But I mean,
Where's Resogun 2?
they're doing some other like top-down shooters. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Anyway,
We've been bullshitting for a while.
yeah, let's get off of here. I'm getting really agitated. I want to take a nap.
I know, you want to go replay the fucking campaign on a harder difficulty.
Yeah, I've been up since 3 a.m.
Motherfucker,
You know what? I'm gonna
Dude.
just fucking take the time and just install the original Dishonored.
What? Are you gonna shoot over and get? You know what? Why don't we end this?
Kyle, go get Titanfall right now. We can play it tonight.
No, I don't want to do that.
Kyle, let Nancy play Final Fantasy alone. Let's play
No,
Titanfall.
she's asleep.
Kyle, why don't you tell them how they
Titanfall.
can get in contact with us if they so choose?
Oh, right, because we didn't actually end the podcast yet.
No, because this fucking idiot won't shut up. It's like David's talking through him.
Okay.
Brother.
What?
What you gonna do when Nancy comes upstairs for you?
I love you, David.
We're just busting balls.
Okay, I don't know where you guys are going with this thing. But anyway, you can get us on Twitter. You can contact Josh at Nasro, me at KR Dumont, Bill at Billy Bill Black, or the podcast at Critical Strike. You can shoot us a voicemail at our ghost line of a voicemail thing at 909-C-Strike or
Still up, by the way, I looked.
909-278-7453, or shoot us an email at cstrikepodcast@gmail.com. I don't get what you guys are going with that. I'm really confused right now.
Josh made a Hulkamania joke. He said something about brother.
Okay.
You remember Hulk Hogan? You caught up now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though
I had something else I was going to add after Kyle's bit, but I don't remember what it is now because vodka. But I'll
I
come
thought
up
you were
with it.
drinking scotch.
Well, I started with the scotch. I had a
No wonder
vodka
why you've been such a
before.
cunt
Mixing
this episode.
liquors.
Well, no, I had a vodka earlier to wake up a little bit because we didn't know if you were showing up. And then I poured myself a vodka Blood Orange San Pellegrino and a glass of
vodka.
scotch. Yeah.
Is it coffee flavored?
No, I don't like
Did you
coffee
have your
flavored
coffee
things.
flavored vodka to wake up?
No, I have San Pellegrino Blood Orange. I bought 24 cans on Amazon for $17. It's the deal of the century. 2016 sucked a bag of dicks, but getting that deal on San Pellegrino soda, that's one of those moments, Kyle.
No wonder why you've been so terrible.
You could just
this
get a
episode.
Soda Stream and then just get like the orange seltzer
No,
flavor.
this is real fruit juice mixed with a hint of carbonated water. There's no high fructose corn syrup, none of that. And by the way, Josh,
this is all
I don't
natural
ever
flavor, though.
podcast sober. I'm just normally a cunt. I don't think I've ever done a podcast with either of you sober once.
Yeah, but you're never this annoying.
Well,
You just stopped him in his tracks.
you're being a little cunty, like more than normal, Josh Cunty, because I know you enjoyed your time with it, so I had to call you on it a little
No,
bit.
I told you what I enjoyed about it. I was completely honest about what I enjoyed about it.
You did. You enjoyed your time. You can pretend that you didn't like it that much now.
No, I'm
and
not pretending that I didn't like it. What I'm telling you is I told you what I enjoyed. I enjoyed how solid it was, how good it felt. The controls were amazing. It had a lot of cool ideas. But as far as the story and everything was concerned, it was a complete mess.
Oh, the story is, yeah, it's
And they
nonsense,
dragged on the
Kyle.
game. That's
It's
word
a
for word
It's
what
a
I'm saying.
bullshit movie. It's a bullshit movie. Can we close, though, with this, Josh? Dragon's
You're an
Dogma is
idiot.
terrible.
No, I love that game.
Who's being cunty now? Good night, everybody. Yeah.
Are we hitting stop? Are we hitting stop?